Welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Shoheneba. If you are new to this channel, do best to subscribe and click on the notification bell so that whenever we drop any video, you can have the benefit of that particular video. In fact, today I am going to teach you the best way to display L-shaped banners on your videos. Yes, the best way to display L-shaped banners on your videos. Now, L-shaped banners are mostly designed for advertisement sake, and for that matter, learning how to display it on your video enhances the beauty and the quality of that video. Now, in this video, I am going to teach you the best way to display L-shaped banners in your videos. Without wasting much time, let's dive into the tutorial. Okay guys, so this is the interface of my Adobe Premiere Pro 2020. Okay, so I have already created my sequence, which I believe most of you guys can also do the same thing. And then what you need to do is to make sure that you have your video that you are going to display the L-shaped banner on it in your project folder. Okay, so this is the video I am going to bring onto my timeline, and that is what I'm going to display the L-shaped banner on. So I'm going to drag it to my timeline. I have this video here perfectly. Then I make sure I also bring in my L-shaped banner. Okay, so I'm going to drag my L-shaped banner onto the project folder, and then what I'm going to do is to make sure I drag the L-shape onto my timeline and stretch it to the video size. Now this is it. Now this is what a lot of guys have been doing. Okay, now when they have a video of this and they want to display L-shaped banner on that particular video, what they do is they just pick the video like this and the L-shaped banner and drag it or put it onto the video, which in most cases in TV production and in the productions, big production in TV station and all that, this is not encouraged. Okay, this is because when you do this, you are going to hide certain elements in the video. Now for example, as we have displayed this particular banner, L-shaped banner here, now what happened is that from his chest, any element which is supposed to be there, everything will be gone. Okay, everything will be gone. So I don't normally encourage this, and this is really not good. It doesn't look best and all that. I don't really encourage this when you want to display L-shaped banner on your video. Now I am going to show you the best way to do it. Now, as you have imported your video and then the L-shaped banner, what you need to do is that initially the L-shaped banner was on top of the video. So what you need to do is to just drag the video up and then put the L-shaped banner under the video. Now here you can see that the L-shaped banner is not displaying in your program monitor. It is hidden. Now we need to make sure that that L-shaped banner display on our video in the best way. Okay, so now what we're going to do is that we're going to move the cursor. Okay, so you don't actually start displaying L-shaped banners just at the beginning of a video. All right, sometimes it is being displayed in the middle and all that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag my cursor somewhere here. Okay, then I highlight on my video. Now this is what you have to take note. Anytime you want to create or you want to display L-shaped banner on your video, make sure that you have or you know the anchor point of your video. Make sure you know the anchor point of your video. Now let's go to effect control and show you what I mean by the anchor point. Now when you look at effect control, okay, the what do you call it, the video aspect, okay, you see rotation, anchor point and anti-flicker filter. Okay, now the anchor point is always the center of your video. So when I click on this, now you're going to see the anchor point here. This is the anchor point, which is in the center of the video. Okay, are you getting it? It is in the center of the video. Now what it means is that when I drag this anchor point, okay, to this part of the eye, okay, when I drag it here, what it means is that the moment I try to scale the video, where I have put or position the anchor point, that is going to be the center of the video. Even though normally in our eye we can say the center is here, if you look at our rulers we can say the center is somewhere here, but now because we have moved the anchor point from its original position to where the eye, now the eye becomes the center of the video. Now in most cases you can also use the anchor point in doing video zooming and all that. Now later I'll be talking about that, so I don't want to go further there. Okay, so for example, when we try to scale this video, let me open it and try to scale this video. Now have you seen where the anchor point is? It is showing, or it is trying to bring the center of the video, which is the eye. Okay, so that is not, I want you to understand how the anchor point works. Okay, so we can use the anchor point to be doing a whole lot of effects in Adobe Premiere Pro, which I will be talking about it some other time, but not in this particular tutorial. Okay, so now what I have to do is to come back to the anchor point and reset my anchor point and make sure that my anchor point is actually in the center of of my video. So when I click on it, I still have my anchor point here. Now this is the magic, this is the best way to display the L-shaped banner. Now you have to move your anchor point from the center to the top corner at the right hand side, just to the top corner. Okay, now what is going to happen is that when you scale your video, either reducing it, okay, this is going to serve as the center. Therefore all this part of the video will move into this direction. Okay, all this part of the video will move onto this direction, and in that regards we are going to achieve, or we are going to see our L-shaped banner being displayed. Okay, now that we have positioned our L-shaped banner here, what we need to do is to come to scale. Okay, just come to scale, pick the slider, or just put your cursor on the figure. Okay, just put your cursor on the figure here, and then when you drag onto the left hand side, it means that you are reducing, and when you drag onto the right hand side, you are reducing the figure. So here we can say that the left hand side, you can use it to zoom out, and then the right hand side to zoom in or make it bigger. All right, now so what I'm going to do is to pick this slider. Don't forget that I have my L-shaped banner here. Okay, so I'm going to pick that slider. I'll highlight on the video, pick that slider, and then start dragging. Have you seen it? So I'm going to drag. Now when you drag, now you can see that, you can see how the video has displayed our L-shaped banner down there. Okay, that is how it is. But you see, when you play this particular video, nothing is going to work because we have not created any keyframe. Okay, we have not created any keyframe. For that matter, this particular effect or this particular thing that we have done there will never have any effect here. So you can see that I can play the video, but nothing is going to work. Even if you move the cursor, the video is not dropping back. Okay, so now what we're going to do here is, let's once again restart our scale back. Let's restart our scale back. Now we have restarted our scale back. Don't forget that when you highlight on your anchor point is at the far end of your video. So now we are going to start where we want the video to start displaying our anchor point. Okay, so now we come to the scale, and then what we are going to do is that we toggle animate. That is where the scale just at the back, toggle animate it. So we just click and set our first keyframe. Okay, so we are going to set our first keyframe, and setting our first keyframe here is very much important because that is where the magic is going to work. Now don't forget that when you look at this place, any keyframes that we set is going to display here. We can extend or make it smaller. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to click on my first keyframe here, and now my first keyframe is being created. Okay, then I'm going to move the cursor. Now don't forget that the longer the slider, or the longer the distance between the first keyframe and the second keyframe, it makes your video movement very slower. Now the shorter it is, it make the movement very faster. Okay, so to make the movement very fast, I'm just going to just put my slider here, and then now what I'm going to do is that I am going to reduce it. I'm going to reduce it and then make sure that it is at the point that I want. Okay, so let me come up, let me come here a little bit. Yes, so this is how I want it. Okay, so now when we come back here, and we try to play our video, now we will be seeing effects. So when it get there, it should move. So we will be seeing some effect. Now have you seen the effect that is taking over here? So we are seeing the effect that is taking over here. Have you seen it? But you could see that the effect is very slow, so we need to make sure that it is very fast. Okay, so we can expand this side and make sure that we have our last keyframe very closer to the beginning or to the first keyframe here. Okay, now when we do that, then we can achieve a very faster animation, or whatsoever we may call it. Okay, so we can bring the cursor back here. Let's try to play our video, and then let's see what is going to happen. Now have you seen it, how fast it is? Have you seen it, how fast it is? This is very, very fast. This is very, very fast. Okay, yeah, if you want it to be more faster, you just expand a little bit, and now you bring it closer. So I believe this is going to be very faster, like very, very fast. Now you can see, let me bring it back and let's see how it goes. Let's see, let me try to, okay, so let's have it here, and then let's click on it like this. Good, you see, very faster. Okay, so very, very faster, very, very faster. You can see it here, you can see it. Very, very faster. Good, so now we have our keyframe being set. Now we want to, as the video plays, we just want to drop the video back. Okay, so what we need to do right here is to make sure that we come and add another keyframe. Okay, add another keyframe, and then just move just about 2 seconds, and then reset the parameter of the scale, and then you have your video being achieved. And this is very, very simple. So let's try to play our video and see the results that we can achieve. So this is our video, and then we want to see the results that we have achieved here. Good, very faster, you can see it, very faster. And then the last one to bring the video back also, which was a little bit slower. Okay, so now what happened is that we can come back to where it starts, and then make sure that we reduce, or we reduce the distance. Okay, so this is how it is. We can just bring it here, and then we reduce the distance, and we have it. That is very simple. All right, so thank you very much for watching this video. Please do best to subscribe and click on the notification bell so that it will empower me to keep on doing such